So this is Kibler's Phylactery Warlock. It's a Death Rattle focused deck that revolves around a couple of different cards. Obviously the Phylactery to give your minions just a ton of Death Rattles of things that have died this game, but it also has some pretty good early game pressure. If you play the Boneweb Egg or the Nerubian Egg turn 2, and then the Desecrated Graveyard or Sacrificial Summoner turn 3, by the end of turn 3, you can have 8/8 to about 12-14 stats on the board, depending on what gets summoned off of the Sacrificial Summoner, which is extremely powerful. Then, come late game, you have the Burning Acolyte, which is the thing you usually want to target with Tamsin's Phylactery, to give all of your minions that Death Rattle, or Envoy Rustwigs if you're going into a control deck and you think you might need a ton of primes. This deck is actually extremely fun. Would I say it's great? No, but I would say that it's a nice change of pace and people probably won't expect it when they see a Warlock, so you might be able to achieve some wins. And the mulligans for this deck are pretty simple. Tour Guide, always look for the eggs, basically hard mulligan away anything that isn't the Tour Guide trying to find an egg, and then you want to keep Desecrated Graveyard and Sacrificial Summoner. You don't want to keep both Sacrificial Summoner and Desecrated Graveyard, especially if you don't have any eggs. Honestly, if you have one of these cards without the egg, it's probably worth it to get rid of them to look for it, because the egg is the most important thing, and you can draw into a Sacrificial Summoner or Desecrated Graveyard later. But if you want to risk it, I'd say keep Sacrificial Summoner, but don't keep the Desecrated Graveyard is probably the best way to go about this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let's jump into it. And don't forget, if you like fun educational content like this, feel free to hit the like button, comment any questions or concerns, and hit the sub button with the notification bell. Let's jump into it. I'm gonna keep the Summoner because it synergizes really well with the 2 drops and can summon something really, really good. And Grimmer Sacrifice, I don't really want. If it ends up being Shadow Priest, I will kind of regret getting rid of that, but it's okay. Wicked Whispers is fine. I could use that to pump up stuff as well. It is Shadow Priest, okay. It looks like I'm gonna kind of regret it, but it's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna be dead in like 5 turns anyway, so. We have very little armor and healing. Animated Broomstick will actually end up coming in huge. I'm gonna open with Nerubian Egg and probably play the Boneweb Egg. And you might be wondering why, and I think the reason is because I want to have it out on the board to trigger this and then play Wicked Whispers on it. Because you could say you could just discard it with this and that'd be great, but like, first of all, I need to play all of my other cards, and second of all, I think it's just better to play Sacrificial Summoner and get good cards out immediately. I don't know. Freeze Shaman is just, it's not fun. It's not a well-designed deck. Well, I mean, it is a well-designed deck, and it wins games, and it can do so in a pretty weird way, but like, it's so frustrating to just lose to stuff you don't know how to beat. We're gonna kill off the 0/2 because that way, don't pull out the Sacrificial. Oh, it pulls out the Blade Master. Sick. That way, it gives me more minions to target with the Wicked Whispers, which I really like. Actually, I really like that. It's a pretty good board. 11 damage showing turn 3. I mean, you could say this is broken, but like it's on the board. It's stuff that he could theoretically deal with, and he probably will end up dealing with, right? Like, he could play the 0/2 weapon and then play 2 shadow spells and kill off a couple of minions and trade into the 3/3, and then all I have is a 4/4 and a 4/4, which is still pretty good turn 3, but like, it's manageable. What's not manageable is having a 6 mana card, mass freeze your board, and become a 10/10. If it's going to mass freeze the board, it should stay a 3/3. Arguably, I think the stats should just be a 6 mana 5/5 at most, maybe even a 6 mana 4/4, and just say freeze all other minions. It's absurd what it does. I can't even believe it. I literally can't even believe how good of a card that is. It blows my mind. Okay, in this particular situation, the egg might not be bad. We can go boom, boom. Or boom, sorry. Then boom. Then hit once. Just because they're gonna have to hit into it eventually anyway. And then go Wicked Whispers. And then we'll get 2 minions, and then they'll all get pumped up. And then these two will trade in, and then these will go face. And like, you could say this is broken as well. And like, yes, but I require multiple cards to synergize together really well for it to happen. The other thing is just play a 6-drop.
I've got plenty of
Oh, he's gonna steal a 5/8. That's actually pretty good of him, I would say. I get to take it back, but it does stall out damage for a turn. Kind of weird though. It has rush. What the fuck? Oh my gosh, it has rush. That's crazy, dude. Boom, hit with this. It's got rush, so I guess I kill off the 1/1. Oh my gosh, that's kind of crazy. I experienced it playing cute discard Warlock, and it's an insta-concede against Freeze Shaman. I know, it's so frustrating. I don't know, the most frustrating part is just the feeling of helplessness that comes along with it. We've got a lot of damage here. Kill it off, go face. It'll kill this off and we'll get 2 4/4s. I didn't have lethal. If I had had lethal, I looked for lethal a couple of different times and it just wasn't there. So I'm gonna play probably the Burning Acolyte next turn and it'll give me a 4/4 and then a 1/5, or a 4/4 and then a 5/8 taunt. And I think that should win me the game. Void Shard's fine, like it keeps him alive for a turn. But that is his, like, mostly his turn. He did not have a very good early game hand, it looks like. He had Void Shard. I think Mr. Smite was more on the right. So I think he drew him a little bit later, but still didn't draw very well.
too much power.
Okay. Sadly, I think I want to kill that. Wait, he takes more instances of damage as well, though.
The demon seed grows in power.
He goes down to 2. No, he'll still die. I'd rather just not be in a position where he can kill me. And I don't really want to life tap either, because there's no reason to, in my opinion. Like, I'm already doing so well. And Vectus is going to refill my board. Like, there's no reason to life tap and give him the opportunity to win. Yeah, we just win here. Cool. I don't want to keep Grimmer of Sacrifice. If it ends up being Aggro Druid, I guess I'll regret this, but I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's Ramp, because everybody plays Ramp. Your Galakron Warrior deck back in the day helped me out a lot, so I want to say thank you. Dude, that is like more than a year, almost a year ago. That's crazy. And yes, I need to relax, but that's the 3rd Druid in a row that has played Guff on turn 4 after Overgrowth coined on turn 3. 3 times in a row. I'm allowed to be pissed. I'm gonna play this and then Egg and then the Grave. I actually life tap here, I think. Might as well, there's no reason not to. Let me do this turn 2, this turn 3, get 2 4/4s and just run him down and hope he's not aggro. And hopefully we can apply enough pressure to just beat the crap out of him. What do you think of Freeze Elemental Shaman? I think the Freeze card needs to be nerfed. I think the Freeze card needs to either A, freeze itself, or B, not pump itself up so much. The simple fact is, if you're playing a board-based deck against it, it single-handedly wins you the game. I think it's still better to go Graveyard here over Summoner. I think it's still better, even though Summoner will get me 2 minions extra, or 1 more minion than what this would have given me. If we draw another Death Rattle minion, it's easily this. Yeah, it's easily this now. Because then we're going to play the Egg, and then that'll die and spawn even more things. Then we get 2 4/4s at the end of this turn. Then we play this, get more things. And then we can play this on maybe the 4/4, pull out a 5/5, hope it's not Vectus, give them all rush turn 5 or something, and slam them. How much longer are you streaming for? Probably not too much longer. Oh my gosh, it's 4 in the morning? Probably this is the last game then. I had no idea it was this gosh darn late. Technically, I should be life tapping first, by the way. Don't make the same mistakes I'm making, guys. What are you gonna do, Are you gonna Guff turn 4 again? Do it. Play Guff turn 4. I dare you, you piece of garbage. That's not gonna save you. Play it. Have Guff turn 4. Be the 4th one in a row that not only plays Overgrowth turn 3, but plays Guff. Okay. Okay. Didn't have Guff. Didn't have Guff. That is nice. Still had Overgrowth turn 3, which is very strong, but I guess asking from Dev neither is a bit much. And all I need him to do is not mega high roll. All I need him to do is not mega high roll, and I'm chilling, man. Oh, he wants Lightning Bloom. He's gonna Lightning Bloom coin, double activate Cenarian Ward next turn, and still be fine. That's crazy, dude. Plop, we'll get a 5-8 and a 4-4, and then we'll try to finish him off with Mr. Smite next turn. Although, like I said, Lightning Bloom coin, double activate Cenarian Ward is going to make it very hard to win the game. We do have 21 damage on the board, and we will get more, but still very hard to win. Because he's going to have, if he doesn't have Guff, he's got to have something, right? Coin, Lightning Bloom, double activate Cenarian Ward. I need to hope he doesn't get something incredibly nuts. Oh, he's going to also Lunar Eclipse too. Of course. Yeah. Just low roll, please. Just get garbage. Okay, that's pretty bad. I can honestly say that that is quite bad. 19 damage, 25 damage is not enough to kill him. I'm missing out on 2 damage to build an even better board this turn. No, hear me out. I think this is fine. And then we go face with the rest. That was not lethal, right? That was 19 plus 6 is 25 damage. A little unfortunate. I was hoping to get Rust-Rot Viper or Injured Blade Master. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to win because he's overloaded this turn. There's not really too much he can do at this point. And we have Mr. Smite in hand. This feels so good. So good to beat a Ramp Druid, who even had Overgrowth turn 3. Would have felt better if he had Guff turn 5, or turn 4, sorry. But doing a ton of damage like this, and killing him turn 7 with a board that's this massive, feels good.
This is not what we
He's still dead, right? Yeah, he's still dead. Thank goodness.
Your soul shall be mine.
The problem with this matchup is the minions I summon I don't think are big enough. We're gonna hope for a 2-drop. I think that's really the only way we can win. We can get rid of Rust-Rot Viper. Look for one of the 2 2-drops we have. I mean, maybe keeping the Graveyard was a bit greedy. Worst case scenario, turn 4, I can play it and like a Tour Guide or it and even the Broomstick, honestly, to just get a 4-4 out on the board. Mr. Smite's definitely not a good draw here. Okay, we got an egg turn 2. This is going to be really, really good. Turn 3, you get 2 4-4s, which is pretty solid. And hopefully in this time we're able to draw, I don't know, something else. Oh my gosh. Why, hello there. What on earth are you? I am intrigued.
Golden rare.
That's crazy, dude. I think I'm going to play the Sacrificial Summoner instead. It gets me a 3rd minion on the board and just, I think it's better. I simply just think it's better. Interesting. We get a 4-4 and it pulls out, hopefully not the Summoner, and it pulls out the Summoner. Not great. Would have liked to have kept that Summoner, but it's okay. We can play Korak next turn. And then maybe the Graveyard. Not bad. I mean, it's still 10-10 stats out there turn 3. We can't attack with it, but I don't know. Why use Shadow Priest when Hunter does the same thing but better? I mean, it does it only a little bit better. It's actually a pretty solid deck. It's the 7th highest win rate deck in the game currently, which is kind of nuts if you think about it. Let's go face with these 2. I maybe shouldn't have traded there. It's a 1-1. I need to push damage. I'm always forget that since I'm Warlock, I'm not like the aggressor here. Or I'm not the like person controlling. I'm not on the defensive. I'm the aggressor is what I meant to say. Which is weird. It's weird. It's weird to not be the defensive player when playing Warlock, but guess what? In this particular situation, that's what I am. Hopefully it's a 3-5. No, wait, that's bad. Wait, hitting the 3-5 is kind of bad, actually. Because now he can maybe kill it 100% accurately or honorably. I wanted it to hit Korak twice. Now at 3-5, he could just like Mortal Coil it and it dies. We got a decent board showing up Mr. Smite. We've got 2 Demon or Demonic Assaults potentially. Did he top deck Mortal? No way. Please don't tell me you top decked Mortal. Oh, he's thinking about it, which makes me think that it's not Mortal Coil. If it were Mortal Coil, he'd play it immediately right now and it would be done. I don't know. I'm running Shadow Priest right now and getting kind of bodied. No way, it's Mortal. Oh, fudge. Oh my gosh, it was it, wasn't it? Oh my god. And then he uses touch, and then he can kill another one and heal up 3 more. Oh, that's so bad. Touch is correct there to heal. If he didn't do that, he wouldn't have been dead, but it would have been closer. Fudge. The Phylactery. Let me do this and go for the egg. Sadly, we can't go with Korak because it is honorably killed here. So you gotta go with the Nerubian egg. And then just rush into Tams and go face with these. And like, yes, that makes these things potentially killable, but I guess it's fine. No, and then it kills off this. Okay, we got a whole board of 4/4s. It's kind of bad, actually. It's kind of not great. Because if he has double Grimmer or Soul Rend or 2 School Spirits or something, I could easily lose here. I don't think I would necessarily lose, but it would not be great. You can't life tap. You have to Mortal Coil once first, so you have the space to life tap. He's got the full 6 mana. He basically just got 1 extra card draw. Don't hit the one with the Death Rattle too many times, please. Oh, that's his play? I don't exactly know what he thought was going to happen there. Whew. This deck is actually kind of strong. Like, it's not broken, but it's surprisingly decent. Okay, so we're going to get rid of everything, and we're going to look for a 2-drop. One of the eggs. If we can get an egg, it's fine. Fiendish Circle isn't great, but coining that out turn 3 and then playing the graveyard turn 2 and then playing the graveyard turn 3 is fine. If it's aggro, we're in for a little bit of a problem. We're gonna get rid of the Rust-Rot Viper. We still don't get an egg. If we top deck an egg, we are in business. If we don't top deck an egg, then we have to coin out the circle, and I mean, it's definitely not great. Okay. Luckily, Druids don't have removal though, so it's fine. Then we get to play the graveyard. It'll eat 1, turn it into a 4/4. Basically gives 3 minions +3/+3 over the course of the game. The cards we drew are just not great, I don't think. Like, this card's insane, but then we drew all of our late game stuff. We didn't even draw... I don't know. It would have been... I don't know. Demonic Assault, we can play that maybe turn 4. Although I'm pretty sure we're going to go for Korak. We get a 4/4. Pretty solid. And then hopefully if he kills off one of the other 1/1s, right, then the other 1/1 will get eaten, and then we play the Burning Acolyte. And then that'll get eaten on the final turn. So it's probably either going to be Overgrowth into Guff, and I mean, it's Druid. Of course they're going to have Overgrowth into Guff. Oh my god, wait, what? That was unexpected. I did not expect that even in the slightest, actually. I can kill that off, and kill this off, but I did not expect that at all, actually. Hit, hit, hit. Demonic Assault this. It'll get eaten, but that's fine. You were an aggro druid, but you didn't have a 1-drop or a 2-drop. I think you could have played the Annoyatron on turn 2 just to apply pressure if you're an aggro druid anyway. Like, that's fine, I feel like, right? I don't even think that's that big of a deal. I mean, boom, Broomstick. This does 1 here. This will kill that off. Go face with the other two. Hopefully it eats the 1-1, not the 1-3. Nice. Okay, it's extra good, so we can't hero power kill that. And then we can Acolyte Grimmer of Sacrifice whenever we need to, which is pretty solid. I mean, I guess he could be going like some odd beast aggro hybrid and pop off at some point. But I don't think that's going to happen. I guess he could go Alune, Battle Guard, Greybow for 6 mana, which is an insane combo, by the way. It's absolutely nuts. You basically get 2 Greybows, 2/4, and 2 2/2s out. It's really strong. This deck looks fun. It is fun, but I don't know if I would necessarily say it was good particularly. I'd rather just play Envoy because he's the strongest standalone minion where I don't have to kill off my own stuff to do anything. I just like the stats that he provides. I play a Demon Lock deck now. Makes fun. I think Demon Lock can be pretty fun, yeah. Oh, it's happening. Oh, maybe it's not happening? Oh, fair enough. He wants to draw a bunch of cards. I'm pretty sure that I win here, though. So it's boom, boom. Then it's boom, boom. Grimmer of Sacrifice, the 5/8, just to show I mean business. And then we kill him with the stuff on the board. GG. That went pretty well. I guess he was a druid that didn't have a good start. Like, this deck punishes so hard if they don't have an early response. And he didn't, so that's great. I don't think that the Phylactery is really good to keep. But I actually like this. Like, worst case scenario, we can coin out Nerubian Egg, play Nerubian Egg turn 2 as well, and then play this to sacrifice a minion and then summon out a 4-drop. Or a 3-drop, sorry. Which is probably going to be Restaurant Viper, which kind of sucks. Or a Sacrificial Summoner, which would have been fine, I guess. It's going to be that, other Nerubian Egg, Sacrifice. I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of good combos. I just think that this deck needs maybe 1 or 2 more 3-drops. Let me play another Nerubian Egg, though. When we sacrifice 2 things, we'll get a Restaurant Viper, and I don't even know what else. Nerubian, pass. Then we do this, and then we can play the other one. Although, like I said before, maybe we save the other one for something else. Because, like, I don't exactly know. You're going to hit into that, that's fine. I will then sacrifice the other one and get a 3-drop. I guess I could do it on this too. I could do this in Grimmer, but no, it's not really worth it. We'll sacrifice this, get a 3-drop, hit him. We lose the Restaurant Viper because it's the thing that costs 1 more, but it's still decent pressure on the board. I don't know. I'm trying to think what I would do. What I would take out. Maybe 1 Tour Guide. Even though it's decent, take out 1 Tour Guide for an extra 3-drop minion. Maybe not even like Restaurant Viper, maybe Restaurant Viper. Because it's tradable, we'll always have a 3-drop in the deck. And then that way it's also less likely to get the Sacrificial Summoner. I think it could be potentially good. Warlock, someone's bored, but it's not Quest Warlock or OTK. It is... Why not run Injured Blademaster? I could run that as an extra minion. I could run that as my extra minion instead of 1 Tour Guide. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think Tour Guide's actually decent. But I would like to have that extra minion. You're correct about that. Like, I'm gonna probably play the Nerubian Egg, Grimmer. Wow, we can go crazy this turn. Then we play Grimmer.
Thank you for your service.
And then, honestly, I think I just want to go, like, Tour Guide. And Life Tap once. And I don't really want to play Wicked Whispers yet. I'm kind of greedy with it, and I want to get a little bit more value. But I think it's very possible to get more value. This is crazy strong right now. But yeah, I'll run an Injured Blademaster instead of a Tour Guide. That could be cool. Maybe instead of a Demonic Assault instead. Like, I think Demonic Assault, don't get me wrong, is fine, and it summons minions, but you already have Fiendish Circle and the Grimmer of Sacrifice for that, so I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Nice!